11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
Alright, Friday night. How are the Goofonians tonight? Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome to Goof On. A little late, but we did it. Internet's been we have a maintenance thing going on, and it wasn't supposed to go past 5 o'clock, and it's been out for over an hour. And when it came up right at like 1 after 7, I got it all set up, and here we are. I can't find the cool glasses. You know, I got the backups on. I don't know. Oh, I know where they are. All right, I'll get them on break. I feel like I don't know, man. I don't even want to think about what these are. Welcome to the show. It's October the 16th. It is Friday, the year of our disasters, 2020. I have to say something, though. This year, although it may be a little bit off kilter for a lot of us, it really has been a very good year, considering the challenges. So, I try to look for a silver lining behind every cloud, but I kind of like clouds. I like it when it gets a little bit crazy, a little bit hard. What happens is you get challenged and you decide, I'm not going to do the same thing over and over and over again. That is insanity. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results is insanity. So, doing a little different things here and there. Tomorrow, I will be doing a nice on-the-boots ground interview with the bride and groom of this sighting that happened last Saturday up in Sholo, Arizona. And I get to meet and interview the bride and groom who are actually there. And we're celebrating their unification. Very cool. I mean, that's what it's all about. That should be the theme of the week. Like Caesar said in every Planet of the Apes movie, family, together, strong. Individually, us ufologists, we're weak, but together, strong. And then we become family. That's what I hope we have here at the old Goofonia world. Because we are living in Goofonia, believe it or not. This is Goofon. It is growing. And I'll be happy if it didn't grow another day, to be honest with you. I'm happy. It's not all about that. It really isn't. It's a bigger picture. Times are different. Nobody's going to be getting into the hundreds of thousands. All right, it may happen. You never know. As far as the Fox News Tucker Carlson thing, it's still waiting. It's busy. There's an election going on. There's town halls with the president, vice president, and now, who's on? Kamala now? So I'm looking and I see super chats already. You guys are unbelievable. Mr. DB Cooper with 2 super chats. All right, let's get the roll call on the Mr. DB Cooper with the $4.99 super chat. Says, chat, the list is long. I love all you Gophonians, so he doesn't have to say hi to everybody. I get it. Thank you. $4.99. Another one says, camera is in the mail. Reesh. So DB Cooper is donating a virtually brand new DSLR P900 camera to Goofon. I will always think of you every time I use it. I'm weird like that. Thank you. Man, that hits me right in the meatball. It does. I like that. Chad Benson, $10 super chat. Holy moly, love the show. He says, I don't agree with the politics, but that don't matter. Love the content. Yeah. Wow. Thank you, Chad, for the $10 super chat, and a very smart thing to say. Because I love Democrats too. I love people. I love all people. Let's just not act crazy. Those are the ones I'm avoiding. And tonight, I'm supposed to show the other side of the coin. And because I was so busy today, I really couldn't get to it. And then the internet only working for like 4 hours today. Literally after 12 o'clock and then till right up to about 4 or 5 hours. In the morning it was off. I got the notice on Monday. They put it on our door. I have a picture of it, but I wanted to prove it to Third Phase that, I'm not avoiding sending you the video. It's just now the internet's out. It's always something. It's always something. They had their documentary, that they're coming out with. They had to send it on a hard drive to the studio, some big studio. I can't give all the details. So they're waiting for a call for a little while. They sent it out September, I think, right? 2-3 weeks ago. Didn't hear anything. They called over, said, yeah, we got it. And now they're working. It's a whole to-do. Things happen. It got lost. It got signed for and lost. Somebody had it. I don't know what's going on now, but at least, it delayed a project 2 weeks is what I'm trying to say, because miscommunication shit happens. Can't go blowing up on people and getting angry because you don't know. Wait until you know what happens, and then let's blow up. That's me. I blow up. I shoot first, ask questions later. I used to. Now I very rarely do that. Now I don't really get mad, because getting mad gets you nowhere. Get mad, go nowhere. We were doing roll call. Tina, hi Sola, I see ya. I saw ya. Hey, Stu Gerson. Stu Gerson! The man, the legend, the myth, the fire, the ice. He's everything rolled up into a human. And he'll kiss you on the lips. No, I'm joking. I don't know what that means. Off-World Adam. What do you say, OWA? Welcome to the show. I got to change these glasses. I hate them. Mr. DJ. Oh, I was going to say Mr. DB Cooper. DJ. So nice they named you twice. Who else is here? Who do we got? Ivan Gray. Welcome to the show. Nice to see Ivan the Gray. Let's do that, if I remember it. He's an alien. We're all aliens, right? Frap Sappuccino made it. How you doing, Frap Sap? Dark Hour Space Paranormal. He had a great show today. If you haven't seen it, go check it out after this show. Deep Thought. How you doing? DT, Deep Thoughts in the house. Canadian Guy. What's up north? Canadian Guy. How you doing? KO. What's up? K space O space. Lisa Marie. The good old Lisa Marie. I mean, I don't mean old. I mean good old. You know, like, hey, she's one of us. That kind of. Coral Ann in the TV set. She's hide here and she's not upset. Coral Ann. You know why she's named Coral Ann in the TV set? Because her name is Coral Ann. Like Carol Ann from Poltergeist. Steven, not yet. You said don't go near the light. You said don't go near the light. Steven, not yet. Ours welcome. Our children. God's children. Sputnik 57. Ivan. Oh, you already said hi. What's up, Sputnik? That's a really cool name. I like that, Sputnik. Sputnik's like a fun word, isn't it? Chill Gaming. What's up, man? How you doing? Ladybug Bigelow. Ladybug Bigelow. Ladybug. Ladybug, ladybug, ladybug Bigelow. Bud Royale. Ah. I feel like a doppelganger is here. He's my doppelganger. Bud Royale. Bud Royale. It's a great name, too. All right. Is that it? I mean, there's more in here, but, you know, what are we going to do? Do this forever? All right. Everybody else, you made it through the back door. That's okay. Fast Hemi Machinist. Hemis. God, I love me a Hemi. They have a certain sound. Ivan Gray with a $4.99 super chat. If this was Sunday, it'd be Sunday super chat. Ivan Gray with a $4.99 super chat. Coming here on Goof On. Sunday. Crash, bang, boom. $4.99. All right. I don't know. I've lost it. All right. Let's get this shindig on Z Road. As they say in Canada, on Zed Road. Zed. Zed. You guys kill me up there. Oh, yeah. They gave me one of these. I woke up to 8 of these this morning. I don't know why they haven't sent me any more. Yeah, don't forget to log in. I had like 8 of those. They were all lined up because how many times it went off and on. I saved this one just in case I needed to. I don't. Whoa. Hey, ho. Hey, oh. Hey, no way, ho. Hey, Californication. I love this. You ever seen these from Saturday Night Live? It's I think it's the Californians. What are you doing here? I took the 405 down to the 10, made a left on Ventura. I went left and I found myself here. Did you pass my new fruit stand?
I'm leaving.
No, I don't know why this is what is this? Oh, I was watching Saturday Night Live skits, I guess. No. 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 Yeah. That was that's how much I watched. I think that was after last night's show while I was waiting for it to process it, which it never did. By the way, I did upload the show proving there was an interaction between the show coordinator for Tucker Carlson. From now on, it'll be TC. Yeah, I'm allowed to call Tucker Carlson now TC. We're on a nickname basis. Hey, that's what they told me. He said, Rich, by the way, Tucker likes to be called TC. Well, ever since he lost the bow tie, he wants to be TC. I'm like, all right, TC it is. He was joking, of course. I mean, I was joking. You guys are knuckleheads. All right, what do we got? What are we talking about tonight, Ma? Meatballs? No. Ufology today. How much better is it? Magic 8 Ball. And we're going to dive into the past. What does that mean? I don't know. It means I'm going to play something from the old days. Probably. I don't know. I just thought of it. I said, you know what? That'll be funny. Listening to an old broadcast of a POS show that shouldn't exist anymore. Is there something? Oh, I see what's going on. Whoa. What a trip. So, welcome everybody. All right. Now, you came here because why? You want to talk about the paranormal and things like that. Even though there's a vice presidential. Isn't that over? Is it over? It is, right? The vice president town hall meetings. That's what they're doing now. Town hall meetings. Did you hear about this story? About the accident and how people didn't want to help. Yeah, let me just tell you about it real quick. Let me pull this up. I'm a little sickened by this. Let me find here. Hold on. Here we go. So, this is amazing. So, a friend of the show, I'm not going to say whose name it is, sent me this message. And she said, a friend of ours just let us know that he witnessed a T-bone accident. Rushed out to help the lady out of the front windshield and tried to keep her still and sat with her head in his lap because she was hurt and bleeding. A guy came up with wearing scrubs, and a friend was relieved thinking it was a nurse coming or a doctor coming to aid this person. The man came up to the major accident, huge, bad accident, went through the windshield, the whole nine, with trauma. And he came to look at both of them and said, F this. You're both not wearing masks. Then just left in his car. Can you believe this is the world we live in now? I mean, come on already. She was in emergency and medical help and left the area because of a mask. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. You can swear all you want. What are you going to do? I mean, this is the day. This is what we're living in. And it's disgusting how people will act. And it's also scary to walk up on an accident being somebody who could be a nurse or a doctor and then leaving the scene because of a mask situation. To me, that sounds like they did not want to be responsible if someone was going to die. I don't know. I wasn't there. But if that's how people are going to act, hey, you know, accidents happen. Drive safer, wear a seatbelt. right? Don't get in an accident. That's the trick of it all, right? I've never been in one. Why? Because I'm aware of my surroundings. Well, you can't help it if somebody's drinking and driving and rams into you. I know. You're right, and I'm surprised it hasn't happened. I did get, it wasn't an accident, but a man thought I was turning when I was taking Angus to the vet because he was sick weeks before he died. And somebody bumped into me. It actually crushed the license plate a little bit. And it was an old man. He was like 78. And we pulled off to a parking spot. And he's trying to tell me, go this way. And I go, no, you're going this way. And he gets out of his car and he goes, I don't know. I haven't been driving a lot lately because I had an operation on my hip. And I was supposed to be in bed for 6 weeks. And then he's telling me he's only been in bed for 3 weeks. And he had to get out of the house. So he went for a drive, probably on pain medication. And then we looked at my car. There was a little dent on the back bumper. The license plate, it was a customized silver plate that had like Seeing UFOs, my old website, and ufologist and shit. And that was cracked. But I saw the guy was old. And really, it's not a bad thing. I had Angus in the car who was sick. And he keeps going, you're a nice man. You can see this isn't really that bad. And I didn't ask him for any money or anything like that. And I said, you're just lucky. I go, you're lucky. I know, you're a really nice man, you know. I could tell you're a nice man. He's trying to sell me. And I said, all right, let it go. That's the only time I've ever been hit. But it made me angry. Don't try to tell me, oh, you're such a nice man. You're so nice. You're a nice looking guy. You don't know me, dude. I'll fuck you up right now. I mean, I was pissed. Really, I was. But I had Angus with me. What am I supposed to do? Wait for the cops, not take my dog, which took 2 weeks to get an appointment at the time? No way. So it's one of those times you just got to say, all right, man, this isn't this. You're being tested. That's what I really thought. I'm being tested. Why am I being tested? On the way to take Angus, and I kept thinking, I passed this test. I treated the guy nicely, yet I was pissed as hell. But that's the only time that's ever happened. I've ever been somewhat in an accident, but I've never been in a bad accident, thank God. All right, let's talk about how ufology has changed, or has it? Because I've been around now almost 2 decades, and I've changed. But there's some people out there, like Seth Shostak, right? He calls himself, I have a clip right here, you probably heard me hit it by accident. He is one of the worst debunkers I've ever seen in my entire life. Absolutely awful. I don't know how the guy survived this long as being somewhat of a credible person as a debunker, when this is one of the worst debunkers in the history of life. Honest to God. I have never seen... There's another guy who's almost as bad. And man, his name is on the tip of my... It's a really a weird name. It'll hit me. I'm going to play this clip of Seth Shostak just saying stupid stuff. This comes from Martin Willis live shows.
I'm thrilled to have an astronomer on because I've been a fan of astronomy. Before we talk about UFOs, there's just a couple of questions I have. I'm going to be a little bit hypothetical here and there.
How did that happen?
Do you ever think there's a chance another theory will come along that'll disprove the Big Bang Theory?
Well, you know, one should never say never when it comes to such things. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't quite right. It turns out it didn't include general relativity. He didn't know about that. And
he's talking about how Einstein was wrong.
Dynamics, you know, when Newton worked out the law of gravitation and what kept the planets in orbit and that sort of thing back, around 1600, whatever. All right, that explained a lot of things. It wasn't quite right. It turns out it didn't include general relativity. He didn't know about that. And general relativity makes some slight modifications to Newton's laws. But Newton works, in 99.9% of all the cases that are germane to, for example, engineering here on Earth. And even for explaining the motions of the planets, they're, very, very good. So, it isn't that Newton was really wrong or that, the whole idea was overthrown later. It was simply modified. I think in the case of the Big Bang, there are things about the Big Bang we don't understand. The early inflation and so forth seems to explain stuff and this, that, and the other. Will it
Every show I do
so,
that.
Because you can see the universe is expanding.
All right, here's where he talks. This is the funny part. This is where he talks about halfway out his ass.
That it's the problem is with the skeptics, and that's what they normally do. They say the problem is with you scientists, you won't look into it, or the problem is with the government because they've covered up all the good evidence, which is absolutely bizarre. I mean, how is it that the aliens have arranged everything so that only the government gets the good evidence? How did they do that? They must be in cahoots with our government, in which case maybe they'll solve the deficit problem.
How irresponsible is that to say? The government's covered up. He's saying that that's bullshit, that there really isn't any aliens. There's no UFOs that crash. That's what he believes. He's saying, where's the evidence? Duh. When a UFO crashes or there's something of particular interest to our national security or something high-tech falls out of the sky, the call goes out to the fire department, right? The police, first responders, and guess who calls the government? Guess who's listening in, Shostak? Idiot. Of course the military's going to be out there within the hour. And they're going to cover and cover everything up. That's what happened when they, with not Rendlesham, it had that bell-shaped object crashed. Hudson Valley? I can't remember the frickin' name of it. Kecksburg. Great example. Thing came out of the sky. It looked like it was on fire. People thought it was a big fireball. Then it turned and slowed down and crashed to the ground. Witnesses got there first that lived in the area. Guess who came out a few minutes later? The military. We can track everything that's coming in, things that hit the ground, and so on. Shostak can't seem to figure that out. Oh, they get all the good stuff. Yeah. Okay, next time, Shostak, have your thinking cap on and listen with your ears and get that chatter that's coming across the airwaves. Next time there's a crash and you hear it's a plane in the forest, nobody knows, you get out there. This guy does no research. He's the worst. He really is. He's the worst. The other guy, what's his name? I know it. I can see that dumb face and those chins.
Or something. I mean, so instead of saying things like that, the problem is with you scientists, or the problem is with the government. The problem is with the evidence, that they should just say, look, let's concentrate on getting the very best evidence. So if this is happening so often, I mean, we surely can design some sort of instrumentation that will...
There was a statistic that I accidentally fast-forwarded over. I'm getting invaded. Somebody call the military to come help me. Smoke everywhere. Ectoplasm. There's supposedly reported around the world 10,000 sightings a year. That's basically 30 a day. So if you do 1 an hour, his logic is 1 an hour, 365 days a year, and we still don't have any evidence. I see that point. Now that's a very valid point. What are the odds? This is why I have a problem. And this is why I'm talking tonight about what is different in the past and what's different now. Not much, but enough that we now have equipment that can fly out, zoom in, be clear, and not shaky. Even though you see videos lately, they're not crazy shake like I used to have. Oh, no. It's less shake, but the video evidence is still
up the quality of the evidence, and then we can convince people.
Would you back that?
Oh, yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Well, that's one good thing I've heard out of you so far. I'm joking, of course. But one of the things I think of is, all the pilots that have chased them, different air forces have chased unidentified flying objects and have been outrun, and all the testimony out there and my own personal sighting, I do believe that there is something going on. You can't change my mind about that, and I'm not going to change your mind either. And I guess that's why we're having this friendly debate.
Indeed. Absolutely. Well stated.
So just one other question. If you woke up tomorrow morning and you, I don't know, maybe banged your head or something, and you said, I want to take UFOs seriously, what would happen to your career? Would you be a laughingstock, do you think?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, that's another misperception.
You mean more like now?
That somehow people at SETI are told that they better not, consider the possibility of UFOs because they'll lose their job. I get that a lot. And all you'd have to do is work here and you'd realize that, that's pretty nonsensical. Nobody ever says that. There's nobody's brainwashed here. You've got to think of it this way.
That's not what they say, man. Nobody says if you talk about... I mean, if you have evidence of a shape of... I was looking at this. If you have evidence of a craft and somebody found out about it, they would tell you not to talk about it. Nobody's allowed to tell you what you can talk about at your place of work. If you talk about something that creates a disturbance at the work and hurts production, they can fire you for that. Talking about UFOs and aliens at an office? I wouldn't even do that.
As observers.
Oh, well, So if you ask, well, what sort of evidence would prove that we're being visited? I would say something that you could stack up in the Smithsonian, at least.
Hey, I think I could help him there. Hat third phase.
I think it would be much, much more than that. But let's say, at a minimum, something that, you could put in the local science museum.
So you wouldn't consider witnesses, so many witnesses, say, for instance, astronaut Gordon Cooper and former Governor Fife Symington and people like that, what would you say about them being as observers?
Oh, well, I don't think that they're professional observers. I mean, it's not that I'm impugning their integrity. I've talked with a lot of the astronauts, Edgar Mitchell and Gene Cernan and all these guys, and if you talk to them about these things, to begin with, usually it's secondhand. They haven't actually seen these things themselves. They heard somebody else talk about it. But even if they have seen them themselves, Story Musgraves thought he heard the aliens and the muffin fans in the space shuttle. Okay, I don't think he's lying. I don't think he's making something up. But I don't consider that very good evidence. And in fact, anybody who's in forensics will tell you that witness testimony is about the poorest kind of evidence there is.
Thank you. And it is. I had a conversation with somebody early, like a couple of days ago, and I was asked what happened, what was said in the conversation. I said, I really don't remember. And it was only a few hours ago. I couldn't remember. I remembered parts of it. But I think I was watching TV at the same time, taking notes on something. They called when I was busy. It happens. People, we're not prepared to see this stuff. At least generally we aren't. I mean, everywhere I go, I have a camera and a drone with me just in case. But that's me. And now a DSLR camera is coming in on the way. I mean, this is just, everything's changing. And I'm glad. This is going to be, 2020 has been a tough year, but it's a great year. Question for me, coming from Bud Royale. Question for me and everybody else. What would you think if you CE5'd aliens, they turned up and started attacking the world? Would you admit it? Would you admit it was better when people didn't know this stuff? Well, yeah. No. Oh, wait, that is a good question. All right, let's think about that. Great question. If anybody else has a question, I'm in the chat. What would you think if you did the CE5, they showed up and started attacking people? Would you admit you were the one? No. But would you admit that it was better when people didn't know about? No. No, we have to. I think we need to know. I think we don't do the public justice if we hide everything. What would be the problem? Well, if they came down and attacked, that's a different scenario for APSAP. I mean, what you're saying means annihilation of the human race and the end of everything we know. Of course it would be better without it, but I would rather know that they are than they aren't. That just, I don't know, that's a tough question, man. That's a tough question. What is Lisa saying? How much is $400 for 10? Oh my God, Lisa. 400. Oh, they mailed it from out of state. My God, that is wickedly expensive. Just let me know if you need anything. I could deliver it. Oh, Lisa, I live out. You know me. Email me, will ya? I know you try and I don't respond quick. But if that's something you needed, just let me know. Seriously. For that amount of money, I'll get you 5 times that. It's ridiculous. You're getting ripped off, but she's probably getting the best of the best. It's all good. When you go into these dispensaries, they have 3 different levels. You got 25, you got your 35, and you got your 55s. Now these 50 to 55s, it's really sticky, real sticky. So one day I tried. I bought all 3 different, and I felt the same on every one. They all work the same, pretty much. It's a scam. It's a scam. I think they give you older stuff at a lesser price, when it starts going past a month old. I don't know, but it ain't right. So I went to go pick up some brownies 2 days ago, right? The whole refrigerator was empty. I said, what's going on? Well, now they're testing all of the product for the C-19. Can you believe this shit? So they had to send away all their stuff to get tested. You know what that means? The government's now got their hands dirty. Now it's over. It's over. I don't know. We're done with this Shostak. I mean, this guy. That's a great question, by the way. I wish I could give you the $20 super chat. Oh, it's the oil, Richie, she said. I think it takes a lot to make a gram. Well, whatever. Now that I know it's that much, that's still way expensive. Is he saying anything else? Let me listen.
Particularly in science. In science, just because somebody thinks they've seen something, that doesn't prove its existence. All it means is that they've seen something. Capital cases, homicide cases in the courts. Witness testimony never sends anybody to the chair, right? Unless you got 20 witnesses or something like that.
No. You can't have it both ways. He just said witness testimony cannot put somebody away unless you've got more than one. We do. We have more than one. We have 10,000 people that saw the sighting in Arizona in 1997, and it may be 50,000.
Saying the same thing in all independent. It's very poor evidence. What you need is physical evidence.
How about the landing trace evidence, for instance, Bent Waters? Are you familiar with that?
Well, are you talking about the Rendlesham Forest?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I've read a lot about that, and I've actually been to the Rendlesham Forest, and I don't see anything there that in the slightest convinces me that aliens were involved. There's explanation for everything that occurred in the Rendlesham Forest incident that doesn't involve aliens at all. So, given the choice between, all right, here's an explanation, and it accords with the facts, but it doesn't involve aliens, or here's this other explanation that there was.
All right, he's driving me nuts. You can watch the rest of that. Of course, I put the link in the description after the show. That is the Martin Willis live shows. He has about, how many? 12,000 subs. That came out that came out in January 2013. Yeah, I got my glasses. Yeah, I found them. Thank you for not noticing. Because I think, yeah, the other ones are all right, but they were pushing my hat off my head. All right, let's get into... oh, we are going to... Nah. Well, no. All right, here's a tweet from Luis Elizondo. You know me. I don't hate Lou. I don't like Lou working with UFOs and the government telling us that everything's a threat. So here I see Lou Elizondo on Twitter, like he's always doing now. He's a Twitter freak, this guy. He's on Twitter every day pushing TTSA. He says, this is the question. Somebody said, you mentioned UAP patterns useful for investigating. With equipment ready and in place, are naval ships being used as bait? Let's call it coincident deployment. That's an interesting question. Well, fantastic question, Lou says, and unfortunately, I am not at liberty to elaborate at this time. But here's Lou. Keep asking the question. It's a very important one. Oh my God. Do you remember what this guy said, Lou Elizondo? Do you remember what he said earlier in the week? He said to this one guy, how can we get disclosure if He goes, well, you know, we're being blocked at every turn, but you, sir, you can change it. Just go vote. Go demand. Go tell the government. You, like, what? Just by himself, Lou? Lou is the best at sidestepping questions. He will never give you a straight answer. Lou, he's not for you. What do we call him? Lazy Lou? No, Lying Lou. He's Lying Lou. I'm pulling a Trump on this one. Lying Lou. So Ian C. also says to Lou, hey, if they've been out for decades, why all of a sudden are they a threat? God, I think we're making waves with this. Oh my God, I'm on that Twitter every day telling Lou that it ain't a threat, it ain't a threat, it ain't a threat. And that's third phase really telling me what to say and to do it the right way. Somebody told me that. Somebody says, oh, I guess you're getting scripts from third phase. I'm like, that's so stupid. He says, especially coming from the intelligence agency. Oh my God, this is what we did it for. That's why we're reaching out to Tucker. See, people are listening. People are watching. He says, if they've been out for decades, why all of a sudden are they a threat, especially coming from the intelligence agency? A threat is a very strong accusation, especially coming from a former intelligence agency and former government. Propaganda is a powerful tool, Lou. Here's another one. ATIP budget, $22 million over 5 years. Mr. Elizondo left ATIP because the government they weren't taking UFOs seriously enough. But somehow this minuscule budgeted program could be affecting naval deployments? How much more seriously could the government be expected to take the issue? Please. Man, they are getting on Lou. Lying Lou. Looks like Lou, nobody's believing you anymore. Thank God. Thank God. That's because they're not a threat. And all they want to do is get funding for the military, for whatever. Whatever Lou says. Because Lou is he's a yes sir, yes man. Lou will do anything for his country. That's why he won't answer any questions. Because Lou knows. Lou knows. And he's going around the world showing us stars, flares, planets. You've seen it on Unidentified. All we saw were dots. We saw shit on a stick. Dots. Jesus H. Christ on a popsicle stick. We do better than that. I do better than that. Third phase does better than that. We don't show you just dots all the time. Well, I guess we do. I mean, we have nothing better to show you, I guess. But Third Phase gets these reports, and people automatically are like, it's fake. No, they're real. This is the problem. You're so used to seeing what Lou's been telling you and believing it. Stop, stop, stop. The people have the answer. We have it. Hey, we could be videotaping a bunch of dots, and maybe we're debunking almost everything, right? But at least we're getting the reports, and we're showing you what the people are showing us. That's the magic of what's going on here. The government gets reports, and they don't show us shit. We've got 3 videos 3 years ago. And zippity-doo-dah since. Yeah, I know. Tom DeLonge said that Two Stars Academy is not a UFO research group. Remember that? Back in February this year? Unbelievable. Is Lee here? What is the name of that? He said it's called Thought something, where you think of something and it can appear on your video. It was Thoughtology or something like that. Hey, FAP with a $10 super chat, because it's not Sunday. It's Friday. Fun Friday for you. $10 super chat. Thank you very much, FAP. That's awesome. I can't believe you. If they give, here's what Nick Shadow says in the chat. If they give that $22 million to a group of scientists with the right motivation, they could figure out anti-gravitational tech. You know what? I know, right? Give that money to somebody who could figure this shit out. Here we are, 70 years later. I think we're just seeing our own stuff now. I really do. I don't think it's and I don't know, because I think it's alien technology. People have been, talking about aliens, visitation, all that stuff. So I kind of believe there's aliens present. How they got here, I don't know. I'm one to believe that they've been here the whole time, and we share the planet with them. This isn't our planet. We don't own airspace. Get off your high horse and make friends with the aliens instead of treating them like a threat, Lou. Well, they flew right next to our F-16s. They flew really close. Did they hit you guys, Lou? No, but they got close. Did they hit? No. Not a threat. Richard, have you ever played chicken? Yes. And somebody always crash into somebody else? More times than not. That didn't happen, Lou. When you play chicken with UFOs, I think that's a different type of chicken. To talk about playing chicken with UFOs. Get out of here. I think I saw another question. Let's see. Lori Oliphant. Yeah, and Alien Girl 111. Hey, you made it to the show. Thank you. We just haven't seen you. I thought you left forever. I thought, okay, what did I say now to scare another person away? Because I think lately I haven't been that evil. Lori Oliphant says, Stu, it was ugly. Couldn't half breathe and couldn't stop. Oh, never mind. That's about a private conversation in the open chat room. People with royal blood, RH negative blood, they are the original aliens. Yeah. I don't know where I fall. I don't think I have that kind of blood. I can just feel. I've got mud blood. Ivan Gray says, we already have the... We already have the tech. They just won't release it. And they also have the ability to grow body parts for people that need them, new arms, new legs, etc. But they won't release that either. So let me ask you guys then, and thank you for that, Ivan, for that comment. So if they are hiding that type of technology, then why even work on it? Why? Why work on it? Oh, right. I keep forgetting. It's because of the people who actually run the world. They're the ones that want those extra body parts from stem cell research. They're the ones that are going to use it. I keep forgetting. That's a good point. That's why. And to be honest with you, the only reason, and one reason only, that they will not, if they know aliens are here, the reason they won't have disclosure, it's all about money and power. And they're stupid for thinking that. You don't think after all these years they could come up with a way to not lose any money? Let me ask you this. If your electric bill stayed the same and never went up from this day forward, would you be okay with that? I would. As long as we got free energy, they could charge us by the minute like they do now, but just charge us, keep it the same, because now they build this stuff and it doesn't cost them any more money forever. So if they just keep one price for everybody, they could do it and they won't lose out. What is gas now? $2.30 a gallon? That is for me for unleaded. Just keep it there forever. You don't have to change anything. Just change the gas and oil to free energy. They're still going to make their money. No, Rich, you're wrong. How? Because they have to keep producing the oil and the gas. And without doing that, they will eventually not make it. No, that's true. So what would they do? Well, tough darts. Too bad, so sad. They make billions in profit. They don't need any more money. If we had that kind of technology, everything takes care of itself. Don't you think? Everything would how can nobody have come up with a way to make this free energy work? And they won't lose a penny. How come? Because there's nothing to produce. And all the people that have all those jobs will lose all those jobs. All the oil wells, all the people working around gas and oil will lose. That's a lot of jobs. And you know who else will lose money? The big oil companies. They will shut down. We will no longer need them. Now, you think, well, okay, so they can retire now. Let's just say that. They can retire and they have all the money they need. When you have $1 billion and let's say there's 20 people, we all know that Shell and Mobil and all these other Chevron, they make billions of dollars of profit a year. Everybody who's an owner, just give them $1 billion, go retire, shut down the wells, and let's rebuild this infrastructure with alien technology. That's where the jobs could go. We can give those people those types of jobs, learning the alien technology. They would be the first ones to have that shit. Either that, or you give them a severance pay of $1 million, let's say. They can do this. All the people that have worked that would have to be let go because they lost their jobs due to alien technology, just give them all $1 million. We can do it. Let's say it's 100,000 people. That's like $1 trillion. I know, it's a lot of money. So what? We would have cleaner air, cleaner water, free energy. Just imagine a world with no wires. I think we can do it. I think they are scared. And what's the other reason they won't do it? You can't just rip the Band-Aid off of disclosure and say, hello, world. You can't do that with aliens. You can't. We can't do it with ourselves. We don't even get along with each other. You expect an alien to come in and make everything great again? It's going to make it way worse. But I tell you, if an alien, and there was an alien presence known, everything in this world would stop. There wouldn't be any more looting, rioting. If you tell people the world is changing and by 2021 we will have free energy, free healthcare. Imagine if they had the technology to shut down big pharma, gas, oil. What would happen? The stock market would crash. The world would go nuts. Yeah, it would. I know it would. So how do we do it? I don't know. Let me look in here and see what you guys are talking about. Let me go back here. I wasn't. You guys saw the chat room moving. Let's see. Yes. Cut his finger. I should. But. The first Greek translation of the Hebrew Bible was called the Septuagint. Septuagint. I don't know. I never heard of that. And it mistranslated cannabis as sugar cane. To this day, cannabism is known as cannabis in Hebrew, Israel. That's interesting. Well, you guys are talking about Jesus in the chat room. The elites are greedy and think of us as sheep, cattle, slaves. Okay, so let's talk about that. Lizards. Lizard head pass. Look up the law about using holy oil outside the Shadrin temple being punishable by death at time of Jesus, at time of death. Punishable by death at the time of Jesus. Bud Royale, yeah, some of our family is RH. Some now and some of us know our... oh, I see. You guys are on a different topic. So let's think of this a different way. What if this is a very David Icke type of thing I'm going to say here. What if the secret government, the secret space program, the secret NASA, the secret defense, what if it's all run by the reptilians? Now, I don't think reptilians would live in Antarctica. Too cold. I think they would live in the desert somewhere, maybe underground. Maybe not even on this planet. But I imagine that they've been here for a very, very long time. We're continually finding things underground. There's big open spaces underground. There's such a large open cavern under the ground that there's an actual ecosystem in a cave. There's a cave that has its own ecosystem. I wish I could find that video. It is the most beautiful place on earth. Maybe somebody knows about that cave. It's huge. Anyway, I got something here to change the pace a little bit. What if NASA had the same budget as the U.S. military? This has been sent to me, and it's freaking hilarious. Who sent? And Salmo sent this to GoofOn, the Facebook page. Here we go. It's pretty funny, actually. Let me make sure I got the right... oh, it's a GIF. Here we go. Let's do this over. What if NASA had the same budget as the U.S. military? Dun 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 bah dun 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 dun. That was funny. I like that. Oh, here's the planned outage sign that I got. We're making an update in your area to keep up with your growing needs. This will cause a brief planned outage, and you won't be able to access your Cox services at any devices connected to the internet. We know this is an inconvenience, so we'll do everything we can to get you back up running in no time. October 16th. I know. I guess we know what year it is. But look at this. 5 a.m. to noon, and then again it could be, noon to 6. They didn't tell me. So I called. And they said, it's going to happen all day, on and off. And it did. This is when mine went off all morning till noon. Pretty much right at it. And then I had more problems right before the show. Anyway, see? Proof. That's all we need is proof. All we need is proof. All we need is proof. Proof. Proof is all you need. Yeah, we see, hey, Cuppy. How you doing, Cuppy? Stuart Bodwell, welcome to the show. Katie, I said hello. Tommy L, hey, what do you say? Tommy L in the house. Nomad 57. Joe Monk. Oh, Joe Monk, you sent me some good things. Let me go into your account here at GoofOn. Joe has an official GoofOn account. Let me pull it up here. I know. I'm playing. Let's see. What is this? Let me see what this is. Sent me something. Oh, we saw this already. Yeah, we saw this already.
Nothing going on in his life.
No, we didn't see this one. Hold on. Let me show this to you. It's funny. I thought I saw this one. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, go.
Again, Andy Tifa has nothing going on in his life other than to disrupt traffic and disrupt people from getting home to their stovetop stuffing. This driver has had enough of it. He's going to approach Andy Tifa, and out of nowhere, booyah, he gets slammed right into the concrete, and nobody's going to do shit because they're a bunch of bitches. Let's take a quick look at the replay. My God, it felt good to watch that, I'm not going to lie. And this good Samaritan comes out of nowhere, sends him into the highs of heaven, and sends him right into the depths of hell where he belongs. Now it's time for everybody's favorite angle, the ludicrous cam.
Move, bitch, get out the way. Get out the way, bitch, get out the way. Move, bitch.
That is good, man. Thank you for that. I love laughing. I love laughing. This one came in from a very kind person to the show. Coral Ann in the TV set gave Uncle Richie a funny one today. Check it out. This lady got mad because I asked her where Tweety Bird and Sylvester was. Look at her. Oh, Sylvester. I love you so much. Fuckatash. Isn't that Sylvester? That was funny. She does look just like, what do we got going here? Yeah, I don't know what this means. I don't know. Worst docu-movie maker. I forgot to do these today. It's true. He's the worst. He is. He is. You all know what I think about that alien. Don't tell me I'm wrong. Crying Ryan, just like Lion Lou, 100% suck-ass hacker, no experience, telling everybody he's an investigative journalist. Jesus H, he's a barista. I don't know how this midget made it. I really don't. I don't know. Richie from Boston, he digested his tooth. Let's go see what's going on, by the way. What else we talking about? How much better is it? So, a few things we talked about already in the last hour. How much better do you think we are today than we are 10 years ago? Well, I was here 10 years ago, and I could answer that. We're no better. We're no better than we were 10 years ago. And everybody thinks just because we have a lot of mainstream media play, not us, the government and UFOs, UAPs, they won't even call them UFOs. That is the only thing that's different. Now, I don't have another lifetime to fill waiting for disclosure. And at this rate, this isn't drip drip like you think out of a water faucet. This is drip drip as if it was sap pouring out of a tree in Siberia during the winter. That's what you got. frozen sap. You've got nothing. Hey, Avni Jesus with a $9.99 super chat. And he says, "Hey guys all over the chat." If those of you don't know the guj, that it's a term that I use of endearment when I'm done. When I'm done with you. You know what I mean? I'm done with you. That's when you give them an egg guj all over your freaking head type of deal. You know what I mean? All right. I think somebody sent me something here. Oh, yeah. I am blocked from... I need somebody to do something for me. I'm going to give you a link in the chat room. And can somebody pull this up for me? Can somebody pull this up for me? Because I can't get to it because I'm blocked. Somebody open that up and send it to the Goof on chat. You know who you are. So if you can grab that. I want to see what it is because Robert Bingham might be jealous of this guy and I'm blocked and I don't want to yell out who it is. So when you get that link, don't yell it out in the chat room. I want to show people. I don't know what it is completely because I'm blocked from this person. All right, capisce? You all right? We capiche on that. All right, let me get to the next thing. So, pulling up the... Twitter's got a lot of stuff going on, man. There is a lot of activity about ufology. Oh, well, this is something I don't know why this is here. We'll play this another time. I don't know why that's there. So this might be good. Here we go. Oh, there's a guy who, I don't know where these, this came from Skinwalker Ranch, I believe. Hold on, let me pull this over. I can't figure out where this came from. Hold on. Come on, big screen, little me. There we go. So somebody said a couple of things. Here are the pics of the landing to go with an interview. Somebody's going to be on a podcast talking about these pictures that they took. And, you know, I see a helix type of thing. I see a bunch of nothing. A diamond ring type of thing. I mean, this could be anything. This is the evidence they're raving about at the Twitter Young Guns right now. They're raving about this. This is amazing evidence you captured. No, it's not. It's the worst. You've got nothing. How could this guy be deemed credible? It's a dot. That is nothing. Zero, zip, zilch. It looks like a light bulb. I have to yell. There, that could be an airplane. That could be anything. It's blurry. It's out of focus. This is typical. Why do people who go to Look at this. Look at this. This guy. Look at this guy. Just watched the movie Phenomenon, says Robert Powell on Twitter. The show highlighted the best cases and crystallized the overall issue very well. Best documentary on the UFO phenomenon I've ever seen. No, it is not. The producer did an excellent job highlighting a key characteristic that is often seen. Extreme acceleration. They didn't show that in the movie. They didn't show. They highlighted an extreme characteristic, but Robert, I guess that's Bob. Beautifully said, Bob. Agree 100%. And posted the same personal verdict one day before the premiere. Who gives a shit? Christine Souza says some of these UAPs vastly, incredibly outrun and outmaneuver even our best elite and most sophisticated aircraft. How dumb! Oh, my God. We know. Oh, I'm going to state the obvious on Twitter so everybody likes me. I'm so embarrassed by these tweets. Did you know a UFO can outmaneuver one of ours? Here's an alleged UFO landing in Ostankino, Russia, 1995. It was filmed by local news at night, but the tape never aired after stills were published. Here it is. I don't know. Holy mackerel. It's a light ship. What? Oh my God. That's ridiculous. This is amazing. I love this one. Look at the edge. It's a disc. That's the sports model. Hey, Bob, where you been? Well, I took a little vacation from Goof On. Bob Lazar, everybody. Hello. What do you think about this? Is this real? Yeah, dude. I need the link. I told you not to talk about it in the chat room. Nobody's going to send it to me? You know? Unbelievable. I'm just waiting. Somebody to send that. Put that in the Goof On chat. Nathan or somebody else who has access to it. You know, I could use that. I am blocked from that effing page. That's why I said send it to me in Messenger. I can't do anything with these things if I'm blocked on this guy. Okay? That's why I said if anybody could open it up and send it, but... Alright, let's see if Coral Ann helped me. I very rarely ask for your help. Very rarely. So it is, it's just a comment. It's not video or anything. So Jeff Woolwine answering the balloon theory on his videos. Okay. So hold on a second now. Thank you for sending this over. I'll read it in a second because Jeff Woolwine is the biggest, well, was the biggest fraud when I was coming up. Now, Robert Bingham videotapes balloons, obviously, and shows the strings. He's not afraid of it. And I've talked about Woolwine forever because the guy said, that's not a string. Why does everybody think that, man? Those aren't string, because that's how he talks. Those are the tails from the lizard people, man. Why does everybody think it's a string? It's the tail of the lizard people. They use that tail to abduct children and small animals for food. For food. What is this? Hold on. Let me pull this up. See if there's another way I could watch this. Yeah, that link doesn't work. All right, so he said he captured 200 UFOs, 400 UFOs, sorry, in 2 years. 400 in 2 years. And he's trying to make a connection with balloons that look, you know, like Robert Bingham's. Jesus, I could just show you. I've talked about this earlier. Robert Bingham should be right here. This is worse than Jeff Woolwine, though. This is worse. It's worse.
Of the company does nails and eyelashes and probably other things that I don't really know. That's hard to hold up a camera for 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's hard to hold this one up too.
It's hard. You're finding out it's hard, huh?
I can get it. I can.
This is the worst of the worst. It doesn't get any worse than this. Even Jeff Woolwine isn't this bad. Just wanted to give you an example, okay? Jeff tries to compare the shapes of it was a turtle, and it was a balloon, and it was pretty big, and it had strings, one off of each of the front of the paws or the feet, and you could tell it was a turtle, but the cameras back in 2004 are nothing like Bingham has now. Nothing was digital. I looked at my footage the other day with you. It looked like crap. I don't know what I'm going to do with that footage. It's awful. But that's what we had to work with. Yep. Now, you know. And anytime you question Jeff, he'd get mad and yell and scream and, you know, no, don't know what I'm talking about. But you do. You want to try to convince. I don't understand that level of thinking. Really, I don't get it. Well, I can't think of what I was looking up. Oh, it was the, I know what it is. Let me read this. Answering the balloon theory, his wife says for Jeff Woolwine, when you watch all of, the grammar's going to be tough. I mean, we're talking a 4th grade education. I'm sorry. I don't want to lie. 5th grade education. When you watch all of some of my videos, I can understand why some think it's balloons. But when you examine these UFO entities, they do not act like balloons. You can tell that they are in control. Though they might look like balloons, they do not act like balloons. What are you talking about, asshole face? It's a balloon in the sky. When was the last time you flew up with your balloon? Yeah, how can you say this? It looks like a balloon. It acts like a balloon, but it ain't a balloon. That's different than having frosting on the outside of a chocolate cake saying it's vanilla. You can't see through the frosting to get to the center. Here, we see everything, and he's still trying to be a Biden. Being the first to film these type of entity like, oh my God, you're not the first. Being the first to film these type of entity like E-N-T-I-T-I-E, not E-N-T-I-T-Y, E-N-T-I-T-I-E, entity, being the first to film these type of entity like this, it's all new, so it will take some time. But it's been 15 years. It ain't new, dick. But when people see this type of UFO for themselves, they will understand that it's not balloons. That's why I'm posting my videos, so the public will be ready for when they see them for themselves and understand. After all, the Hohokam Indians and other tribes around the world did not see balloons in the sky in their day, THERE. So why would they carve things that resemble, RESAMBLE, that resemble them on the mountains? What they are carving on the rocks is what their spirits look like. So their spirits look like heart-shaped balloons and turtles? The carving on the rocks is what their spirits look like, and for us to be ready for when they return. You know, he told me in 2005 that in 2012, the end of days is coming, and Arizona is going to be one of the states that's going to be destroyed. Richard, hey Richard, you just don't know because you don't read anything. You're just sitting at home making pizza and meatballs. No, Jeff, because nothing like that's happening. The Indians did not talk in literal senses. They talked about their acid trips, dude. Their DT or whatever it is they're taking, DMTs. The spirit UFOs are returning now in our generation. That's what he said back then. Guess what happened? He said he's leaving Arizona in 2012. He didn't leave. And nothing happened, obviously. They're returning now in our generation, and this is what they look like. Here are some examples of what the Hohokam Indians carved on the mountains here in Phoenix. Though they might look like balloons, they are actually spirits, aka UFOs to us. More info about this in my book, The Phoenix Lights Book, Volume 1, which means there's more volumes of bad grammar and bad everything. I got true stories, myths, legends, and UFOs over Phoenix, Arizona. Find out the secret to petroglyphs rock art and its meanings decoded by Jeff Woolwine. They call it by Jeff Woolwine Research and Studies of the Phoenix Lights and the rock art petroglyph connection to the UFOs and to the lost history of Phoenix, Arizona that has been forgotten. Learn the forgotten history of Phoenix, Arizona. 13 years of research and 15 years to put it all together and another 5 years to get the secret information to the public. You've been doing it since day one, dick! You loser! You are a loser! I don't care if you hate me for this, everybody in the chat room. I don't care. This guy's a loser. In the literal sense, loser. This was the guy who started it all for me, other than Jaime Maussan and the other people that fucked over ufology by watering it down with bullshit like this, trying to convince you and me that a balloon with the string on it is a lizard with a tail. And Robert Bingham showing us bullshit ain't making it any better. Jeff Woolwine is the godfather of balloons. Robert Bingham is the new godfather. I'm embarrassed for ufology because of Jeff Woolwine. I'm embarrassed for ufology because of Robert Bingham. I shouldn't even be talking about it. There's so much more to read. I just can't. Use the secret knowledge that Jeff Woolwine has uncovered to see UFOs firsthand for yourself in Phoenix, Arizona, and quite possibly in your area where you live. The real truth is out there, and now it's in your hands, waiting for you to understand. Do you see what happened because of the video I made? This dicklick is now trying to say he's got this knowledge. Out of nowhere, Jeff Woolwine's posting shit. The guy's been under a rock with the lizard people for years. Fucking hate this field sometimes. Jackassholes. Here it is, look. Third Phase sent me over some of the rock art. Look at this right here is what they saw. Telling you what I saw. It's the rock art, Richard. You can't stay down here for 5 days. You gotta live down here, you stupid. He told me he sees UFOs every day. So I spent 5 days down in his town. I went home at night, and then I came back and set up shop in an empty lot in the worst part of town in a $40,000 car. People were walking up to me, leaning on the car. They wanted to start fights with me. It was awful. Then when I told them what I was doing there, they're like, "Oh, you know UFO man? You know that guy crazy." I talked to his neighbors. They said, "Oh man, that guy's on crack. He's on crack." And then his girlfriend, "Nah, he ain't on crack. He on meth. Black people take crack," she said. "White man take meth. He on meth." Never forget it. He admitted he dabbled in it. Prick. That's the tale of the lizard people, man. That's a BF Goodrich tire. Here's another one with the lizard tail. This one here got a tail. That's a balloon. That's a real entity on a rock, Richard. Can you believe this dick? Trying to get away with balloons and strings. I got to tell you. Yeah, that's the one. That's what he needs. He needs to have his blood sucked out of his... Well, I think it has been. I tell you, I hate that guy. I hate you, Jeff Woolwine. You're the enemy to ufology. You're the enemy. You are the enemy. Robert Bingham is the enemy to ufology. By watering down legitimate sightings, when people look at this shit and they say, "Oh my God, he's recording these, so am I." Now they think they're seeing UFOs, when in fact they're taping balloons. How does this make it? How do people not see the strings? How stupid can you be? That's what I don't understand about this guy. I don't understand how anybody could ever follow him. It's an embarrassment to ufology. You know it is. Do not support this guy. If you do, you're no friend of mine. I hate him. I hate him. I wish him the worst. I do. And I know I wasn't going to say that anymore about anybody, but I wish him the worst. Hey, Mr. DB Cooper with a $4.99 super chat. He says, "My fly guy." That is funny. That's funny, actually. You're right. I hate that guy. Hate him. Trying to pull something up. And Blog Talk Radio won't let me. It's like I click on my icon and it brings up the drop down menu, and when you leave the icon, it goes away. Do a search for my own show. Here it is. All right, let's see. Where's the Jeff Woolwine show? He was a guest on my show. Here we go. The Occult Files of Albert Taylor. I had some good guests. Let's go back a little bit, Richie. Roving on Mars, no disclosure. We were still doing the same show back then, just a lot more violent. Can psychokinesis and telekinesis equal superhumans? Sure. The first live internet seance. I'm looking for him. Hold on. I got to go a little bit back. Oh my God, 9 years ago I talked about the UFO under the dam in Arizona. Unbelievable. Space elevator, chemtrails, thrilling Thursday, how to catch a ghost. Tech Tuesday, it's a miserable Monday. Aliens will never attack. Still no disclosure. I guess I am a jerk. I just want the truth. That's all. Diane Tessman. Reincarnation, Planet X. The psychic beating shows. I'd rather listen to that. That's actually funny. Let's listen to that real quick. Hey, we're going back a little bit. Psychic beating. So me and my co-host, who was Mr. E, we had the craziest show of all time. People called in and wanted a reading. But we did psychic beatings. Well, he was the master at it. I just sat there as a really just banter, just to give him banter, but I don't know why it's not loading. Blog Talk Radio still sucks. Yeah, I clicked play. It's open in a new tab. Let's try that. Wow, you gotta love Blog Talk Radio. I can't play any music if it comes up either. Oh, here we go. It started. I saw something. It won't work. That is so weird. What did I say? Thank you, Lisa. I do need that. It says loading to play a smooth replay or something like that. And I used to have all these shows downloaded. It's not working. It's probably a good thing. Well, maybe that show is removed. Let's see. Synchronicity. Jeff should be right here. I remember the difficulty with the X-Cover 5 Symington. That's a really good show. Huh. Jaime is so stupid. Who is murdering ufologists? UFO Mafia. Why can't I find it? Roswell Slides, another snow job from Jaime Maussan. I went the wrong way. I thought I was going to page 1, and that gives me the most recent. I don't want the most recent. I want the... It says oldest. It's not. That's not the oldest. The other way was the oldest. I seriously hate Blog Talk Radio. It is the worst place. Seriously. Yeah, these are 10 years old. Now we're getting somewhere. Was Jesus an alien or a predator? The Anatomy of a Lie. Moon bombing. Remember when they bombed the moon? Celebrity UFO. Fresno police called on Rich. Remember that? No, you don't. Ufology smells like old people was one of the shows. Alien body found in Mexico. Is somebody killing UFO investigators? Yeah. All right, I think this looks about right. Interview with George Adamski. Oh, with dead George Adamski. Okay. Rich's Revenge. All things I hate about ufology. Arizona is Triangle Week this week. Holland drones. The Holland drones. Marathon, day 4 of 4. Why are there so many UFO crashes? Major drug use in the paranormal field. George Knapp's rude emails. I can't believe this. Salad Fingers, the evolution of a UFO. The Game Show, UFO trivia games, call-ins. Sam Willie calls in. Oh my God, Rich reflects on his first 4 years, the UFO hoax game. Wow, I remember all these. 2 weeks off, UFO with interviews with strangers. Special guest Paul talks about his UFO videos. Dark Matters. All right, here we go. Special guest, Rich's wife. Wow. New rumors about Rich from the UFO Kid. Now we're getting somewhere. Now I'm in the wheelhouse. The first 4 years. Charn Parker, the guy who claimed to have. Oh my God! I can't believe this. UFO Gone Crazy. Special guest, UFO hunter and skywatcher Jeff Willis. All right, I am right there. We are UFO prank calls. Ooh, that should be good. Seeing UFOs TV gets started. The UFO Kid, a guest. The Secret, it works. First day of summer show. Tony C claims he's seen different. This is one of the best interviews I've ever had. This is amazing. This guy, I worked with this guy. I think, okay, let's go back to that guy. Let's see if I can find Jeff. There's Just. Prank calls. Sam Willie. Hoaxer Jeff Woolwine proves unworthy. This is it. Jeff was on Sam Willie's show. And Blog Talk Radio is the worst. Because if somebody's calling in and you're the host, you get talked over by the person that called in. Well, back in the day, if you were an extra caller, 2 people were on the line, the person who called in last never gets heard, and that was me. If this doesn't play, I'm going to be very upset. It's not playing. You're probably thinking, probably better off. All right, what's this? Let's download the episode. Let's try that. Nope, can't do it. Doesn't exist, it says. I don't understand. So is everything on my, it's just gone? I can't play any of my shows? Is that it? I'm a little bit upset. This is weird. Hey, $4.99 super chat. What are you guys telling me? I'm twitching. Yeah, I know. Where's my wife now? We've been divorced 10 years. UFOlogy smells like old people. $4.99 for that. Thank you, Mr. DV Cooper. All right, I'm going to give this one more try. It's not working. I can't even download it. Makes no sense. It's weird. It's like, why can't I? I mean, they're all there. I can listen to it on my phone. So stupid. Let's try this. Nothing's working. I just wasted all this time. Oh wait, I think I may have found a way. All right, let's try it. Here we go. I figured it out. I had to do some tomfoolery, but this looks like it's working. I see something. I see it. It looks like it's working. It's thinking. Wait. No, it won't play it. Okay, I'm downloading it. It says I'm trying to download it as an MP3, but it won't work. I guess it doesn't work anymore. I guess because I haven't been on Blog Talk Radio in 11 years. What a waste of frickin' time. How did you do it, Rich? Do what? Oh, get a divorce? Don't ask. Don't ask. All right, I found another way. Let's see if this works. Oh my God! I found an episode I want to listen to. I think I'm going to get a lot of hate. Nope, it won't work. It won't work. I'll show you. I'll show you what the show is. You ready? See it? Why you hate UFO group third phase of moon. I didn't even put why I hated them. I said why you hate them. I had a secret like for them. That's funny. I'd like to hear what I said. 2-hour show too. I know I ripped on him pretty hard. It won't play though. Watch. It's so frustrating. I'd like to hear what I said, to be honest. I was their biggest hater at that time. The biggest hater of all. Hated them. I think I called them every name in the book. I wished hateful shit on them. What an asshole. But at the time, I think I was still right. I mean, I feel bad now. But looking back on it, times were way different. That's 11 years ago, 7 years ago. Yeah, it won't play. 7 years ago this was posted. See, that's not right. I wasn't on Blog Talk Radio 7 years ago. 2013? Yeah, I think that was probably the last year I was on. I think it was. Yeah, because I started going on PSN Radio in 2015. And then I quit for a year. And then Jaime Maussan won the UFO Researcher of the Year. And then the next year after that, I think it was Tom DeLonge. And I just lost my shit. All right, let's get out of here then. Sorry I wasted everybody's time. I was just trying to... I wanted to relive a little... I mean, there are things that I could play. Here's a tweet. Okay, check this out. This is about Lou Elizondo again, but listen. Science Religion, Carl Anderson, says to Lou, "Hi, Lou. Has TTSA ever approached the Canadian government, military, or other branch for input on UAP? If so, were they cooperative? Are there plans to involve Canada?" So Paul Drank responds and says, "Good question." I said, "Of course Lou did. He has to let the other nations know of the imaginary threat UFOs offer when they fly in the air. Sorry, I meant airspace. Without any reports of UFOs shooting planes down, he wants to be that military robot and show his true colors. He's a ruse. It's all a ruse." I hate it. Yeah, every day. Every day we go after him. Who gives a Don't say it. Don't say it. I have something here from Can somebody do me a favor? Does anybody have an account on Reddit? See, if you become a member to Reddit, you're not allowed to post your own videos or anything to promote yourself. I would like somebody, whoever has a Reddit account, can you please post that video, a message to Tucker Carlson? I would really enjoy somebody to... I want to see if I get the same play on that video as other people do. All right, a couple more things before we go.
Hi, it's Katrina.
Most surprising recent underwater discoveries. I know I'm twitching again. Damn it. You know why I am. Coffee. All right, I love the underwater. I think mermaids are real. I think I'm real. And let's just watch this for a few minutes. It's Friday night. We got the Magic 8 Ball coming up here in a few minutes. Don't leave. I know you want to go. I know where you're going, too. Whatever. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Katrina, from a newly discovered species to lost Greek fortresses, here are 11 surprising underwater discoveries. Number 11. Underwater crop circles. Take a look at these strange circular formations.
What are those made by? Starfish.
That occasionally pop up on the ocean floor.
Right.
A group of divers first noticed these odd patterns in 1995, and their origin eluded both scientists and divers for about a decade. And then more and more just kept popping up. No one could see who was making them, and they came to be known as underwater crop circles. Was it some sort of new sea creature, or maybe some strange geological feature occurring below the ground? Aliens? Nobody knew. But finally, the explanation is out.
Stupid
it turns
name.
out that these patterns are the work of pufferfish love, the newly discovered...
That's right, the pufferfish. That's how they make beautiful designs to attract their mate.
Species of pufferfish has a very elaborate mating dance where the males flap their fins as they swim along the sandy bottom, creating these circular patterns. The fish are only about 5 inches long, but the formations are huge, about 7 feet in diameter. That's a pretty impressive art project for such a tiny creature. They were finally caught on video, proving who made the circles. Once the male makes it, the female will come and inspect it, and if she likes it, she will stay and lay eggs in the...
Oh! She likes it! Hey, Mikey!
Before, during Operation Hailstorm, a massive U.S. Navy air and sea attack against the Imperial Japanese Navy, which destroyed 45 Marine vessels and 270 planes. Japan first forged a friendship with Micronesia during the late 19th century, when Japanese sailors feet, the fortress had a protective stone wall and was surrounded by a large 4-foot-deep, 12-foot-wide moat. Numerous artifacts were found on a nearby headland, including 260 ceramic fragments, 40% of which were Thracian-made, originating from the East Balkans. Other fragments, including pieces of amphorae, were traced back to the Aegean island of Kos, as well as the Hellenistic center of Pergamum, located in modern-day Turkey. While carbon dating is impossible due to the absence of organic matter at the site, experts were able to gauge the fortress and artifacts' age based on their style, estimating that they dated back to the first or...
All right, enough of this crap. All right, there's something on third phase. Let's just do that. Let's watch a good UFO. There's no UFO videos anywhere. It got slow for me. Oh, we already watched this? We didn't watch this.
Third phase.
Oh, yeah. It was on last night.
Welcome back to Third Phase Moon Blake Cousins. We got a special report for you today, along with some incredible Google.
Oh, yeah, I went over this already on my own show. I forgot. Anything else? Oh, this one! Holy shitballs.
Third.
I knew there was one I forgot of Moon.
What moon?
Okay, this first UFO I think has been figured out, but it's very cool nonetheless. Imagine this guy. That's all I ask you.
Third.
Buckle up, everybody. We're back right here at Third Phase Moon. It's Blake Cousins, along with my brother Brent. We've got a ton of videos for you tonight. Give us a big thumbs up if you're joining us on this live premiere. My email and Facebook was overloaded with
calling, because I don't know what else to call it, a weird creature moving through the sky. I've got multiple daytime unidentifiable objects. I'll leave the description. Don't know how to describe this. I'm going to leave that up to you guys. Did you see? He was filming the sky again. I showed you a video yesterday, a couple of videos actually, how he films the sky and something went in front of his field of view that doesn't appear to be a bird. I put this in slow motion. I zoom in very, very close. And as always, I'll let you guys decide. It definitely doesn't look like a bird. You're going to see this thing wiggle kind of like a caterpillar would. Check this out. Here it is, enhanced. I'm zoomed in and slow motion right there. Looks like an...
They almost got me with the mute button. I said, that's the pixelating of it.
An earthworm or something going through the...
I mean, what a dummy.
Sky with no wings. How does that happen? What's going on down there in Adelaide? Check that out.
Because it's gotta be going really fast. Wow. I've never seen motion blur before, Chief. I don't know why it's twisting. You don't see any twisting, you dillhole.
See how it's wiggling back and forth?
Oh,
and
I just want to go through the screen.
I want to rip his throat out, brother. On that thing. And it doesn't look like a metal or a metal alloy. It looks like some sort of a brown creature.
Shut up.
Of some sort. I don't know how else to describe it. Edmonton, Canada. Check this out. Here's the original video sent in by Kim S. She just happened to look up and notice this thing moving at a pretty high rate of speed through the sky. And it's not super small either. Don't know what this is. Again, I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. I will say,
looks like a frickin' dot to me.
I don't think it's a Chinese lantern because it's...
No, you can even see the string right there. There it is. Right there. You can see it. I saw it go from here to here.
Moving too fast.
There it is. There it is. It's spinning.
Other than that, what we have is a solid, fairly large white light moving over Edmonton, Canada. I'm assuming this thing, just based off of what we're seeing here, is about 1,000 being down into these clouds and then going right back up. A little bit of explaining. This is out of Natchez, Mississippi. You're going to see something go down and then back up, down and back up. Something is diving down into these clouds and then going right back up. Check this out. Pay attention to this area right here. This is super, super unique. Noticed by Tasha M. Did you see it? There it goes up and then back down. Watch. See it go down?
Just play the fucking video.
Here. See it go down behind the clouds? I know it's kind of tough to see.
Oh my God, I want to kill somebody. Stupid. That was pretty interesting, though, I have to admit.
And back down in here and back up. Like there was something possibly behind the clouds there that was not visible from the... Not an airplane. Here we go in for a closer look at whatever this was. And like I said earlier, doesn't appear to be a balloon because it's moving at a fairly high rate of speed.
Which you'll never be able to see. You'll never be able to see it because it's going at an incredible rate of speed. Screw you. Back to this.
UFO submissions today. And
wow,
we're
what
gonna
a
get to it
difference.
right now, let's just go to Palm Springs, California and watch this.
God, I hate that, Mr. Mim. I can't do it anymore. I can't. I can't. I won't. Tic Tac. Blimp. Balloon. Skydivers. Tic Tac. Fravor. Tic Tac. 2004 Nimitz. Lou Elizondo. TTSA. Tic Tac. Tic Tac, Paddywhack, Nick Pope. Give a dog a bone, Lou, TTSA. Wow, last night when I saw this, I was like, I don't know, man. The only thing I could think of is that it's a blimp. And I think we found out, not 100% though, that it might be one of those blimps. But here's some guy just driving down the road, minding his own business, and sees something, record something. I love it. If I saw this in the old days, back on when I was on Blog Talk Radio, I would say, all right, now Third Phase has got something here. This looks legit. I would say it either way. Anytime I saw it. Now, nowadays, you don't see any of the bullshit. But back in the day, man, was I a dick. But I had to be. Nobody else was. Well, that's not true. There were other people out there. But a lot of their stuff went viral. If this was back in the day, forget about it. It would have been a mill, a cool mill. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about after this. Well, I can talk now. Our camera equipment is so much better now that we're able to figure a lot of things out. So anytime somebody sends something, usually it's a dot, like Mr. MBB333, because you can't figure those out unless there's a string. But look at this thing. That looks like an actual ship. It looks like the light ship from earlier. Right? It looks like this. Not that.
All right, we're looking at the video a little closer, and I'm adding some brightness and contrast to make whatever this object pop and get a closer look. Right now, I'm going to give you some testimony and background behind this. I want to thank the Hidden Underbelly 2.0 for allowing us to get permission from the person who shot it, and his YouTube channel is up right now running this uncut video. It's coming in from Anon Dimensional. Again, all the links are going to be below in the description. You're going to see.
So it's Ozzy Osbourne's channel. I didn't.
So much coming in.
That's stupid. I know.
Wait a second. Did you see that? Let's
watch this
one part again. There's something that comes out right out of this object, or what is going on here? I'm repeating.
I don't think it came out of the object, but a lot of people are thinking this might be a blimp. I don't see the gondola on the bottom. This is just an artifact from a white, bright object reflecting the sun. That's not shadows, just to let you know. It's just an artifact. You can probably find some more of these artifacts. You can see it on this tree right there. Anything that can reflect light, it's hard to find if it's not a bright object.
Reading it, it's interesting. All kinds of anomalous objects appearing out of and around this object. Again, back to the eyewitness statement.
Wait.
He states that.
I want to see that again.
Part again. There's something that comes out right out of this object, or what is going on here? I'm repeating.
Okay, it goes like this. It goes up and then it takes off. Well, it goes up and then it turns.
It's interesting. All kinds of anomalous objects appearing out of and around this.
If you can't see it, I'll tell you how to watch for it. Just keep your eyes to the side over here, and you'll see it out of the corner of your eye, and then it'll hit to the right.
From Anon Dimensional. Again, all the links are going to be below in the description. You're going to see tonight so much coming in. Wait a second. Did you see that? Let's take a look at that one part again. There's something that comes out right out of this object.
Watch over here.
Or what is going on here? I'm repeating it.
See it?
It's interesting. All kinds of anomalous objects appearing out of and around this object. Again, back to the eyewitness statement. He states that he was always wondering why, with modern technology, we get all these horrible recordings of UFOs until today, when he witnessed it on his own. He says sorry for the quality as he's driving at high speed, but he said he was en route.
That is weird, that object that came out of it. Or it didn't come out of it. We don't know for sure.
You see it in the video. Wow, incredible footage. Let's get to the next video coming in right now. Watch.
I'm not a big fan of this one. All right, I'm going to say something while it's playing. We have seen videos of fake clouds, right?
We're looking at the video again.
Maybe it's one of those clouds like we saw these clouds before. We saw a cloud moving through the sky that was shimmying, and it looked like it was reflecting in all these little electric looking dots were not dots, but electrical charges, like static. And then we saw a woman walking around one. Remember, she chased it around the parking lot and the street. And it looked like a little cloud, like this. I don't know, man. I am almost believing that there's entities up there that look like clouds, like jellyfish of the sky.
Captured by Shavaso TV. He's got his YouTube channel, filmed in New Zealand. Brent, what's your opinions on this?
Unfortunately, the sun is setting, and I'm pretty positive in my belief that it's something from the sun.
What an incredible shot. Just came in from New Zealand, October 13th, and Shavaso TV was pretty stunned at what he saw in the skies.
Oh, Shavaso.
What is this? This isn't the sun. What we're looking at is some sort of illuminated cloud. Is that what we're looking at here? It's pretty stunning, to say the least. A weather phenomenon, maybe a sundog. I do like just the look of the whole thing. It's kind of stands out on its own. You can see that it has its own placement in the sky, and it's highlighted with this orange and yellow color. Definitely a ball of light. Could it just be a cloud capturing the sun? If it is, it's very interesting. I don't see this phenomenon very often. Great catch. Absolutely, Brent. Now, let's get to the next video. Watch.
Lucy!
Habislah orang penampak. Habislah orang penampak. Alpon.
All right, this video was captured in Brazil, and some people are saying it's incredible what they're capturing, what they're witnessing. We're trying to get some more information, but it was just captured a couple days ago, and I'm looking at it. I want to get your thoughts. Are these simply flares, or is there some kind of a UFO activity dropping off UFOs over Brazil? Very interesting. If these were flares, you would kind of notice possible like smoke indicators. I'm not seeing that. Any kind of parachute.
Not flares. Not flares, and they're moving very slowly, if at all. It's just
to make these flares descend. No.
Yeah, they're descending. They're moving downward, it looks like.
These are orbs in the skies. What are they? What's going on? Now, let's get to the next video.
Oh shit. It's green. It's green, and then it turned white for a second.
Pero mira, ese fue más lejos.
Huh?
No, it's coming back. No, ya se perdió.
What'd he say?
So va como que en a weird track, right? Mira eso, eso no es ningún avión volando así cualquier.
My God, what is that shit? Ahí viene aterrizada, que te hablen. Mira eso.
Oh my God. Mira, you saw that? You saw that?
No, ¿dónde está? ¿Dónde está? It went away. Is it there? Yeah, it's there. Damn.
All right, cool. We're looking at this from Puerto Rico, and this is an incredible sight. I love the on-the-ground reaction to what's going on in the skies. We're looking at this curious green light, and then you see it kind of double up. It creates this dual light. It's interesting. It even goes in and out. I'm wondering, could this just be a meteorite? It does resemble some of the colors that come out of these meteorites with the artifacts that are in it. But look at this thing.
All right. I can't find the magic 8-ball. I don't know where it is. It's always right there. And I got up during this video, looked around. Maybe I put it on the couch. I looked under the desk.
It's quite wild, and it seems to be banking in the sky. And you look at this girl's reaction. She's loving it. She says, aliens, aliens. Wow.
See, and that's what makes people cringe. I like it when people get excited. I love it. I do a little dance in my head. But you know, people are just going to make fun of the girl the whole time. Oh, see that girl jumping around? That's all they'll remember. And they'll forget about the sighting of whatever. It's weird. I don't know what it is. There's a lot of sightings here.
These are the kind of videos we like to look at here at Third Phase.
Now, this guy with this video, if he had a camera that can zoom in, like really get in there, he'll know for sure what it is. This isn't the true form, so don't get real excited. It's just moving the camera and whatnot. It's interesting though, but I'm not a big fan. It just seems like the worst.
It is, and I would have to rule out any kind of drone activity. We're not seeing any prop propeller blades whatsoever captured in Mexico. A lot of people said that they've witnessed this object. We're waiting here, right here at Third Phase Moon, to receive those videos. This was shot 2 days ago, and I'm having a feeling we're going to see more like kind from the area in Mexico. I'm looking at this. He's struggling. He's trying to get a good shot. And let me tell you, it's not easy when you see...
Let me tell you something. If a lot of you have never worked with a camera or anything, it's not that easy to keep it, even if you have a imaging stabilizer. And I was going to say something else, and I totally forgot. Oh, then he plays my video. Yeah, we don't need to look at me. We already seen that too many times, actually. I'm tired of it. So... I'm going to look for the 8-ball. So give me a minute, okay? I'm going to play something for you. I think I know where it is. Let me get this here. What is this? Something from... Oh. Well, if anybody's interested... This weekend, the 5th annual Western Connecticut UFO Conference will be entirely virtual. Oh my God, that sucks. Who cares? Virtual? You just go on YouTube and watch all of those people's comments and all their speeches. That's all you got to do. Who's going to be a guest? Oh, okay, Mike Scranton. I'm going to look up a Mike Scranton video. I'm sure you'll find one in the last week. What is he talking about? Oh, the propulsion of this, the back engineering. What did he talk about? I'm going to go to back engineering. Oh, okay. Same thing over and over. Who cares? Oh, man, you can't. That's awful. That's like doing a debate on camera. We didn't talk about it, I know. No, we're not. We're not talking about that tonight. All right, hold on. Let me get this up here. All right, 100 mysteries. Now, I played this a little bit before, and I remember where we left off. So oh, this is incredible. I think I want to watch this. Let's pull this up here. If I can't find the 8-ball, that would be really weird. This is from... Unexplained Mysteries. 5, 4, 3, 2, go.
Which manuscript has been traced back to is from the late 16th, early 17th century, in the court of Holy Roman Emperor Rudolf II, who was also King of Hungary, Croatia, Bohemia, and a member of the Habsburg House throughout various points of his life. Rudolf's reputation varies depending on who you ask, but it is commonly accepted that he was very much devoted to the arts, both popular and occult. In addition to collecting art, he was known to collect rare weapons, botanical gardens, exotic animals, obscure literature, and even dwarves. He was known to have giants in his army, let a lion roam freely about a section of his castle grounds, and had a deep fascination of cryptography and alchemy. At some point during his reign, speculated around 1586, Rudolf was believed to have purchased the Voynich manuscript from an unknown party for somewhere between 300 and 600 gold ducats. The former most likely. In today's currency, this could be valued from anywhere between $1,000 to $14,000, an extremely high amount for any piece of literature. Rudolf's ownership is not 100% confirmed, but was speculated upon due to a letter found in the manuscript later down the ownership timeline, which we will revisit shortly. At some point during Rudolf II's reign as king, his court was accompanied by alchemists John Dee and Edward Kelly. Some researchers believe either Dee or Kelly to be the selling party or even the authors of the Voynich manuscript, due both to their attendance of Rudolf's court at this time, as well as an entry in John Dee's diary in 1586, in which he writes about comeuppance of 300 ducats from an unnamed source. Upon Rudolf II's death, many of his belongings were passed down to various members of his court, including the Voynich manuscript. Exactly who the manuscript was given to
doing? This is Zitch. I thought I'd surprise everybody and do the Magic 8 Ball the right way. You know how it works? You guys listen to Rich. I am the most powerful being that has ever exists in this universe. You know it. He knows it. She knows it. Mrs. Z. So what you have to do, you ask one question that can only give a yes or no answers. All right, you listening? Yes or no answers. Don't say, what year was the Declaration of Independence? I don't know. The 8 Ball only knows yes or no. Capiche? All right, where do you think he learned it from? You think he learned it because he's Italian? Come on, wake up. Friggin' A. Alright, kids. Alright, who's gonna ask me the first question for the Magic 8 Ball? Starting now. This is a special presentation. Hey, how often do I come to this disgusting planet? I can't stand it here. Yeah, I'll have some meatballs. Yeah, sure. Huh? Yeah, with a lot of marinara. Sorry, marinara. Yeah, just make the friggin' meatballs, lady! Your mother's a pain in my rump roast, you know what I mean? Where's the first question? Is Donald Trump an alien? Oh wait, that's not the first one. Don't forget to ask those questions in all caps so I see them. Hey Rich, this comes from Ivan Gray, and I'm Zitch, by the way. Zitch with a Z, a Z, huh? Are we going to chill someday? I don't know what that means. Like what, in the freezer? What does that mean, chill? I can't use that. I can't use that question. Chill? Huh? Oh, hang out? Why didn't you say so? Alright. Are we gonna hang out someday? This comes from Ivan Gray. I don't know. Are you in Arizona for me? Where are you? Doesn't matter if you're in Michigan, Idaho, Russian. Alright, here comes the Magic 8 Ball, you bastards. What is the answer to that? I gotta lift up my face. Well, I don't know if this is good news or bad news, but the answer to your question says, my answer is no. Look, I'm sorry. I don't know how... You son of a bitch! Can you get this thing out of here, lady? put a carafe of wine right in front of me. Next question. Now we're starting a new question. If you already asked one and I didn't answer it, vafangul, alright? Starting now. Can you get rid of this? It's too bright. There we go. Alright, let's go. Next question. Come on! Here it is from Prairie Fire. Oh, it's amazing. Prairie Fire's here. Will Richie from Boston... Look, alright, you friggin' people with your questions. You can't do that. I don't know these scrap names. I don't know what an RFB, a TIT, an FU. I don't know what all these things mean. Speak, print, talk, speak out. I don't understand. Rich may know what that is. What is it? Richie from Boston. Okay. Will Richie from Boston ever get a life? Alright, hon. I kind of think you're a nice person. I seen you around the universe. I see your thoughts. I know what you're thinking. A question like that, I'm not going to waste it on the ball. Come on, guys. Will he get a life? Who gives a shit? Ask us something that's meaningful. Next question. Sorry, Prairie Fire. Think I fly all the way over here for that question? I mean, what'd you tell these people? Unbelievable. Next question. Ask yes or no. Come on, I don't got all day. Oh my God, Stuart Bladwell. Is America the Antichrist? That's a great freaking question. I like this guy's style. Yes or no, very intelligent. I'm working on the what do you got, an 8 ball? See, in my galaxy, we use the 8 billion balls. Alright, question. I'm gonna get the answer. The answer is America the Antichrist. Alright, you sons of bitches. And the answer is... Your sister's ass? Is that what it says? Uh-oh. Let me lift up my protection mask. God, it smells like snot in this house. What do you guys have, snot in the floors? And what? Uh-oh. I gotta redo the question. Is America the Antichrist? Is America the Antichrist, you son of a bitch? I gotta hold my breath. You ready? I don't know if you're gonna like this answer, because I don't know your politics there. But his question was, is America the Antichrist? You know what the 8 ball says? My answer is no. Unfreaking believable. Duh! I could have told you, snapperheads, America ain't the Antichrist. Trump ain't the Antichrist. You know why? Because there is no Antichrist. Who put that on the TV? Why the fuck is that on the TV? Can you show the audience why I'm angry? I'm angered here. Why is that on the TV? Show them. Why is this on the TV? Why? You know who that is, right? That's the first of us. Yeah. We call that the one. You stole the idea from us with the stupid Matrix. That's a real alien. That's the very first one that's ever been created. If I don't say that prayer every time I see him, I'll melt. Next question! Last question of the evenings, thank God. You guys are a piece of work. Huh? You're a piece of work. Where are yous? Last question, what do we got here? Hey, Zitch, fancy of a game. Wait. Hey, Zitch, fancy a game of pool? The loser buys the scotch. Well, we all know that's not a question for the 8 ball, but yeah, anytime. How many arms you gonna play with? That's what I thought. All right. Oh, hey, yeah, I can't take 2 questions from the same person. Off-World Adam asks, is there a tiny black hole at the center of the Earth? That's what you want to know? That's what you want the ape-hole to ask? I'm sure if there was an ape... Well, I'll do it. I mean, that's a waste of... Hold on. It's almost time for meatballs. All right. I'm going to answer that question. Is there a tiny black hole at the center of the universe? Is it going to be a little one at the center of the universe? I want to know. No, you don't want to know. Look, everybody left. It's the greatest game of all. Everybody left. How did that happen? We went from 33 to 50. You mean to tell me 17 people just got kiboshed? All right, last question is there a tiny black hole at the center of the Earth? Yeah, and her name is Kurukuku. Here's the answer to your question there, Snap Ahead. I gotta lift up the mask. Oh my God. How could this be? How could this be? I've never seen this in my life. Holy Testicle Tuesday. I can't believe it. I've never seen this before. No, I'm serious. See, people think that this is Rich with a mask on. No, it's not. You know what the answer is? My answer is no. That's the first time we've got 3 no's in one night. I don't know. My hands are clean. All I do is transmit. I'm the most powerful, the most knowing, and that's that. Friggin' A. Hey, what have you done, huh? Bastard. I embarrass myself here for you. And that's the thanks I get. I embarrass myself sometimes. It's not easy being me. I gotta go. I gotta go. I was the worst magic 8-ball in the history of balls. History of balls. I don't like it. I don't want to play anymore. Ma! Oh, shit, the meatballs. Thanks for hanging out tonight on Goof On. I appreciate that. I've never seen a game like that before, but anytime he comes around, there's like an electrical disturbance. Nothing works right. Thank you, super chatters, moderators, veterans, and newcomers alike. Have a great weekend. We will be back tomorrow night, 1 hour later, 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific, Saturday and Sunday. If there is a live show, there may be an upload tomorrow, a premiere. But I have to go interview the bride and groom tomorrow at 5:30. I'll be home in time. Don't worry about it. Have a great weekend. If I don't see you, I'll hear you. And what? Yeah. Thank you, everybody. I said that already. All right, let's get out of here. Hey, if you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody.